and the statement. So please go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I wanted just to go quickly beyond practicalities, and also I'm from Italy, so that means I suffer a bit from what they tell me from home. So what I would like to make a few comments regarding the measures which are actually undertaken by ESSEC during this coronavirus outbreak. So you firstly introduced self-quarantine for students coming back from China, Iran, Northern Italy. Then you lifted, for instance, the Northern Italy ban. And subsequently, you invited everybody in the same place to discuss today about the virus. And I don't think is actually the most correct strategy. And actually, then you sent an email yesterday allowing students on a discretionary basis to stay at home as if it was a personal choice. I don't think that kind of flexibility should be allowed. It should be a collective effort. However, I think also what leaves me completely embittered is that this behavior is somehow a reflection of the utmost inertia of the central government, which only closed, for instance, some schools and then have forbidden, for instance, gatherings of more than 1,000 people. Again, as the virus wasn't spreading already across the country, as somebody has already said, we might have been already, everybody could be already contaminated. So what I would like to say is that if everybody is still allowed to mass in clubs and cafes, with this regard, I think this either like somebody in the government, they lie or they're naive. And unfortunately, I don't think they're naive. They deliberately chose to safeguard the healthy, productive leg with a potentially enormous human cost. And that's why I think this is very cynical and irresponsible. But on the other hand, your school, ESSEC Business School, has a call for responsibility. It should be like part of their duty to preserve the integrity and the soundness of students and professors. ESSEC is made of commuters, and even though we might be less affected by the virus because we are young, we spread the virus. And that's why I think really this school should be honestly just closed. It's the least sacrifice we can make to reduce the immediate consequences of the virus. It leaves the least impact on our community. And also, I mean, you're allegedly saying that the ESSEC is very technological, so we can do it. I come from Bocconi, that's where I did my bachelor. They closed the university 2 days after the outbreak. And it's all about prevention. You need to do it before it happens, not when it's already happening. So I'm wondering if in Italy almost 1,000 people died, how many dead people you need to realize that there is no more time? I'm sorry. I just don't understand this. How many people you need?
Okay, thank you very much for your comment. I understand that then we can also pass the microphone to Mark. I very well understand that some people prefer closing the campus at all, so that is an additional step to allowing people not to come to campus anymore or not. But that is also a decision that fits into an overall larger context and larger discussion, because all of the arguments that you put forward also apply to all other schools and to companies that we have and to other restaurants. And in that sense, I also understand that in different countries there are different ways to handle that at the moment. So if you look Germany versus England versus Italy versus France versus Spain and so on, you have different ways of handling that crisis. But in the end, every territory or every country has a response, and the response at the moment in France, and that can very well be criticized in some way. I mean, people can say that doesn't make any sense. Other people say, well, for me it does make sense. But the way how it is handled in France at the moment, that the idea is to continue normal life with additional measures that are put in place, and we thought we go beyond this by allowing all the students not to come on the campus, not to put you in a difficult situation. But that's independent from a discussion to completely stop social life by, for example, closing universities or, well, as you have in Italy, also restaurants or other places where people like somehow come together.
If you see what it means the near future, Italy is the near future. France is just lagging behind 1 week. If that can happen, it's actually a possibility. Italy is neighboring with France. It doesn't mean France is immune at all. It's not about a flexible approach. It's about restricting the most we can social interaction. So I do believe that people shouldn't be in the same place, gathering in classes, being in contact with professors, then going back home to Paris on the air and potentially spreading again and again the virus. We should stay home. I understand it is a very abrupt, let's say, response. We're not at this stage in France as it is in Italy. But everybody's talking about these two curves, like the very tall one with the peak very, very close in time, and the second one which is longer in time and also smaller, manageable. where is prevention? Like everybody's saying France is taking prevention. Where is prevention? I don't see it. And the only thing I can do is about my school saying, I don't think this is the most appropriate approach, because if we're going to pay the consequences of this virus in the future, and it's not something like, it's not a dream, it's not a story. It's happening in Italy, it's happening in China. I do think everybody has a responsibility in this, especially those who are taking decisions regarding closing or keeping open the schools. And I don't know, somebody will have to be accountable, I guess, in the future.
That is always the case with any decision. Thank you very much for your opinion there. I think